Hi, welcome. I invite you to take a couple of breaths with me. There we go. Why do you do what you do? Let's talk about that. So we take a couple of deep breaths. Brings us into the present moment. The breath is always happening right now. Dropping into the present moment. It's all these things that had to do with the body. I don't know how important those are anymore. I do know how important it is to be present right now. So the breath brings us here. We focus on the breath, we're focusing on the present moment. And then we say the healer's prayer to get the fuck out of the way. This mind takes me down the wrong path, time after time after time. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him who sent me. I do not need to worry about what to say or what to do, because he who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever he wishes, knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal. It's Monday, 5 o'clock. This is week 13. 13 weeks ago, I felt inspired to start A Course in Miracles, peer support with Jody. Why? Because I needed support. I needed somebody to talk to. I needed somebody to process this fucking insanity with. And I needed somebody to reflect back to me the truth. And I don't know what anything is for. I don't know my retreats from my advances. So I keep being told through guidance to show up and unwind. A big reason why nobody's showing up is because I struggle to share. That's not true. I don't struggle to share. I don't want to do something wrong. I don't want to get in trouble. And so sharing. And also, I'm more afraid of success than I am of failure. Yeah, I learned that when I became a certified coach. Yeah, when I first heard that, I thought, how bizarre is that? How could you be more afraid of success than failure? How is that even possible? Well, yeah, it's a big part of what holds me back. And a big part of why I had to let that go to start this group, to let go of, I'm not doing it for others, I'm doing it for myself. So I watched the ego mind get all pissy because no one's showing up, get all pissy because it's not what it is supposed to be, and all of these judgments and blame. I'm not doing it right, I've done this wrong, and all of this stuff. And it's so perfect. This has been so perfectly triggering in so many ways. And it's still, even though no bodies are showing up, it's still so helpful for me, this body, to express what I'm going through, to be open and vulnerable. This is being displayed on my public YouTube channel, which there's a link on my public Facebook page and my public Instagram to my public YouTube channel. So it's helping me to be open and honest and vulnerable in a public way, in a safe way. It's helping me to just clarify so many, I've got so many judgments, so many things that are going on that I have so many judgments about. I go back and listen to all of these. I've listened to them several times actually. I listened to all of them one at a time, but I went back once and I watched the whole series, like 11 weeks worth, just kind of back to back. I binge watched it one day. It's so helpful. I find this so helpful and hilariously bizarre as well. I know that this is a trail of breadcrumbs. It has been for me. It is. On Friday, I didn't know if I would be back on Monday because the ego mind, the insane thought system. Why do you do what you do? And what do you really want the most? These are questions, powerful questions that I ask myself. This yellow note has been on my computer for a couple of weeks. What do you do? What do you do? It sits just right here. And the new one, what do you really want most? So, seek and you shall find, ask and you shall receive. I've been unwinding and noticing that A Course in Miracles is teaching mindfulness on steroids. This whole awareness thing is mindfulness on steroids. And A Course in Miracles is a highly individualized curriculum. Jesus meets us where we think we are, and works with us at our pace through the process of awakening. All roads lead to Rome. All teachers are one. All of us are one. So all teachers are one. And I was talking on Friday, was it Thursday or Friday? I was going on and on and on about Muji, Muji.org, discovering Muji. And Muji is teaching self-realization. He says, if you really knew who you are, you could not suffer. So it's the same teaching of A Course in Miracles. It's non-dualism. And there's other teachers. So I've said this before, Eckhart Tolle. I've said Michael Singer. I've said Byron Katie. Then I discovered Muji. And just recently, most recently, Sam Harris. And so I'm diving into this non-dual mindfulness practice. Self-realization. Sam Harris says, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your mind. This is coming from an atheist. I don't know if he knows about A Course in Miracles and disbelieves in it, or if he, I don't know what his views are on A Course in Miracles, but he identifies as an atheist. The quality of my life depends on the quality of my mind. Now, according to Jay in A Course in Miracles, the quality of my mind is being projected outwards. So that's a true statement. Or shall I say that statement is in alignment with the teachings of Jesus through A Course in Miracles. So I had a pretty big shift yesterday. I hit another breaking point. You see, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you will do something different. And it's been my experience on this journey, one of my spirit animals is the phoenix. So I get to these breaking points and everything changes. It's always, the night is always the darkest before the dawn. And so I had another one of those breaking point experiences where I broke through suffering. And it's interesting because it's just the suffering that stopped. It's not the chaos. You can't calm the storm. It's not about trying to calm the storm. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. The storm will always come. Muji has a video, I put it on my Facebook page. How to use mind attacks to wake up. And this again is very, 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 very much in alignment with A Course in Miracles. I was talking a couple of weeks ago, and Marcy and I giggle about this all the time. These contrast experiences, like the ego mind is so completely insane, so over the top, flamboyantly fucking insane that I can see it for what it is. And so this non-dual mindfulness is to just be aware of what's going on. That detached awareness. We're not trying to change anything. Just watching. That quote from St. Francis, this is apparently from St. Francis of Assisi. The place you are looking for is the place you are looking from. Yeah, awakening to who we really are. All these notes. An immortal spirit. This body is just an image. It has nothing to do with what I am. What I am capital S self is awareness. I am the sane mind watching the insane mind without judgment. I'm choosing to watch instead of identify. It's a choice that I make. And that's one of those really hard truths that we have to hear in the beginning. You're doing this to yourself. And that's the breaking point I hit yesterday. I remember now. Yesterday. Yeah, a breakthrough moment where I realized that I was doing that to myself. I was focusing on the suffering instead of watching it. It's a habit. You're addicted. So, like in meditation, we just continue to gently bring our mind back to what we're focusing on. And usually that's the breath. Muji uses meditation as a self-realization practice. Waking up, the waking up practice. Awakening awareness. This is something that you tune into. Rachel Jane was calling it potential FM, gloomy FM, and reality FM. It's like a radio station that you tune into. Keith Kavanaugh was talking about ego FM because it's a station that you can tune into, like a dial. You can use the chakra system as think of that as a dial that you can use to dial in the different frequencies. And so this awareness is like a frequency that you tune into. And the meditation is a practice that will get you there. Similar to the forgiveness process, that's a form of meditation. Meditation simply means that you're focusing the mind. There's many different forms of meditation. And when Keith Kavanaugh, I think it was yesterday, was asked, do you meditate? And he said formally, no, I don't do a lot of meditation. And what Jesus is asking of us is meditation. To be watching your mind, that's what meditation is. So he doesn't do it formally, but he's doing it all day, every day. So just be aware, to just be aware of what's going on inside you, outside of you. Awareness is different than thinking and judging. So going deeper into this process, into this practice, leaning in, trusting the process, continually asking for help. Holy Spirit, show me the way. Jesus, show me who I really am. Determined to see things differently. I'm determined to see the truth. I'm determined to become self-realized, to unbecome. Yeah, I don't think you become self-realized because you need to unbecome all that you are not. It is an unbecoming process. Yeah, and it is a process. And the mind and the body are connected, whether the fucking body is an illusion or not. It is an illusion. And it's connected to the mind. It's a projection of the mind. This whole fucking thing's an illusion. And the body is a projection of the mind. It's connected. Jesus says in the blue book, to deny the body is one of the silliest forms of denial. That's me paraphrasing. He doesn't use the word silly, but he says that it's not helpful. To deny the body is not helpful. The lips that are moving, that I'm watching, the eyes that are blinking, the body. And it gets all up and involved with the thinking and the feeling. Yeah. I've been diving deep into Sam Harris's work. I joined his Wake Up app. There's a 30-day free trial. But one of his videos, I've been listening to Andre videos again, Know Thyself podcast. That's how I discovered Muji through Know Yourself podcast. And then I watched Sam Harris Know Yourself podcast. He's a rational mystic, not the realistic mystic. But anyway, Sam Harris, my Facebook page. Show. It's an app, meditation app called Wake Up, Waking Up. And so that's what his thing is, self-realization, non-dual mindfulness. Sam Harris is an atheist. He's not talking about A Course in Miracles. It's non-secular. So is Michael Singer. Michael Singer is non-secular. So is Eckhart Tolle. So is Byron Katie. I'm sure they're all non-circular. So it's the mind, regardless of spirituality. It's the mind that has the power. So when we train the mind well, like Lucy, there's no stopping us. "27 minutes. It's amazing. So much to talk about. Thank you for listening. I love you. And hear me. I look forward to seeing you. Let's have a chat. Just turn off the recording if you want. It's the recording that freaks you out. We can turn that off. Let's have a chat. Let's do another call out. Yeah. Go though. There's nothing to fix here. Nothing's gone wrong, and there's nothing I can do to affect it. Just watching images on a screen. Such a mindfuck that is. And this is just so the truth at the same time. Amazing. Watching. Yeah. Monday, January 22nd. It's long.